Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nella for those of you who don't know, and today it's time for story time. Yeah. Alright guys, so as you can read from the title, today's story time about a scary time in St. Elizabeth. Now, if you're interested in finding out what exactly happened, just keep watching. Now, before we go any further, don't forget to do what? Like, oh yeah, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. All right, let's go to the show. All right, guys, so today's story is about a dark night in St. Elizabeth, a scary night in St. Elizabeth. Not even gonna lie. If you guys have watched my travel vlog video, you know that I love to travel. If you follow me on my blog, you know I love to travel. Oh, tell me if we go upon this excursion there, Jesus. Trust, it was scary. All right, now let's get into the story. Now, this happened way back when I was in medical school, in my 4th year of medical school. Now, in 4th year, we all do something called community health and psychiatry, right? Now, in community health, in 4th year, because you do it in 3rd year, 4th year, and final year. In 4th year, they send you out into different parishes, and you go out into the community, and you talk to the people, and you try to educate people on. You go to the health centers, and yada yada yada. That is what you do. Now, as I mentioned, you go to different parishes. So my group of friends and I, we wanted to go together, and so we chose to go to St. Elizabeth. Now, the first night in St. Elizabeth is a story all by itself, and I will tell you guys in another video. Trust me, story all by itself. The St. Elizabeth was not going on good from the first night, but you know what, we stayed, we toughed it out, and we decided to give it a chance. Now, this happened to be while we're in St. Elizabeth, one of my friends, Saj, she ended up having her birthday, right? And you know, you went with your friends, so you know you want to celebrate your birthday no matter where you go. Anywhere we link up, you know, there's a drink up, you know, so it's a party, you know, so we're celebrate and we're going to enjoy and have a good old time. So while we're in it, you know, one of the things about Jamaicans is that whenever you go somewhere new, you try to find, especially when none of us were driving, we try to find a little taxi man or a little person, you know, for who we can count on. You know, we can call him up and tell him, you know, where we are, what we're going, and that person is a little linky if you have any issues, right? So we had this taxi man now. His name was Samuel. Now, Samuel was not from St. Elizabeth. I believe Samuel was from Montego Bay. No, not Montego Bay. Not that too far. Samuel was from Mandeville, but Samuel worked in St. Elizabeth. So Samuel was a St. Elizabeth taxi. Now, fun thing about Samuel did not have a phone. So usually, how we got in contact with Samuel drove the same route every day, and when we see him passing our house where we were staying, we'd wave him down and we'd tell Samuel, I want to meet you up at XYZ and why you care somewhere. Because what happened was, when in St. Elizabeth, the university does provide us with transport to the health center to and from during the day, but if you don't want a little extracurricular activity, go and explore our community or environment, then we need additional transportation, and that was Samuel. So this is my friend's birthday. Now we see Samuel. We say, Samuel, we want to go to Jacksprout for dinner, right? Because we had a whole weekend plan. We're going to Jacksprout on the Friday. On the Saturday, we're going to Wyers Falls. So we have one whole weekend plan now. We're going to celebrate my friend's birthday. She big, she bad, and one of my favorite, she's honestly one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Shout out to you, you know who you are. I said your name, Saj. And we're going to celebrate her birthday. So we tell Samuel is like, yeah man, red snapper. No, we swear say no, we are not from St. Louis. So we swear say red snapper, it might be a little code name to Jacksprout, right? So we say, all right, you know where we're going. Because, you know, one of the things about Jamaicans is that Jamaicans oftentimes make up little nicknames for like places, things, like for example, $1,000, I might say, beg a dollar no, and that is $1,000 or $100. Then, I mean, down to elevators. I mean, the elevator at my hospital, them called JetBlue and Air Jamaica, because one is old and one is new. Trust me, everything we make up name for. Right? So him say, yeah man, red snapper you want to go? We say, alright, cool. We're going to carry out to Jacksprout. So we're there now, we get ready for the day. Now, one thing you should know about Samuel, or the second thing you should know about Samuel is an on-time kind of man. In fact, Samuel usually come 20 minutes early, sit down and wait for you. Because if you tell him, say, 8 o'clock, him come in 7:40, and we're going to make sure you know, say, him there. And that is a reliable and a good reliable taxi man. So he said, yeah, good, Samuel is here. So we're there, we're getting ready, doing up our hair. Now, it was 4 of us, but one of us was not going because she was planning to head back up to Kingston to her family. And so it was the 3 of us going out, which is me, Saj, and Sasha. 3 of us going out for Saj's birthday, go out to dinner, go to Jacksprout, have a good time. And if you guys know Jacksprout, Jacksprout is one of the hot restaurants in St. Elizabeth. And we're like, all right, we're excited. So Samuel take us, we're driving. Now, one thing you guys must know about St. Elizabeth. You see St. Elizabeth in the night? It dark. It dark. It is so dark. I'm like, how is this the place that was the first place in the Western Hemisphere to get electricity? How is this the first place in Jamaica to get electricity there, Jesus, and it's so dark? No, man. This place dark, sir. So we're driving now, you know. And we're driving. And it's taking a little while, an hour and a half, because Jacksprout is not necessarily near to where we're staying. We're staying in Santa Cruz, and I don't even know where Jacksprout was, but St. Louis is a very big parish, and everywhere is not necessarily closely connected. It's not like Kingston where 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and you reach everywhere. It is a very big parish, right? So we're driving and we're in a good mood now. We're listening to music, we're chatting with everybody dressed up. We're excited because we're going out to party. So we drive, and then we notice, you know, Samuel come to a stop. So I say, yeah, we reach now. So we come out now. Guess where we reach? We were not at Jacksprout. We were at Churchill Beach. Now, if you know Churchill Beach is more of a laid-back vibe. We in our dress up clothes, you know, looking dressy. When Churchill Beach is more a laid-back beach vibe, everybody in them shorts and things. So my friend start get vexed now. She was not amused because we said Jacksprout and this man say, yeah man, red snapper. Now that is where we went wrong, because we should have clarified what he meant by red snapper. We just took it on good faith that red snapper was maybe a name, what them called the place. Because, I mean, Jacksprout, red snapper, they're not that far-fetched. You know what I mean? So anyways, we got there and we said, all right, let's try give it a chance. So we walk around, but we just felt so out of place. My friend was ready to, you know, have a meltdown now. So I said, you know what, let us call Jacksprout. So I called Jacksprout and I asked them, you know, if they would be able for us to give us our order from the phone. I would come pick it up. I would just, you know, before the kitchen close and all of that. Them say yes. So we got through, make our order. I would say good. Now we book up on the next problem. The man don't know where Jacksprout is. How are we going to get there? How are we going to get there, dear Jesus? So we're like, oh crap. We'll get the people them for agree to make the dinner for us so that when we reach there we can have a good time and don't waste no time. But how we going to get there? Because this man obviously don't know where him taking us. So we had classmates. Now, one thing about medical school is that people come from all over Jamaica, all over the Caribbean. So we had classmates who were in our group, and they were still in another parish, but they were from St. Elizabeth. So we call them up on the phone and say, yo, we are at Churchill Beach and we need to go to Jacksprout. Our driver does not know how to get there. He can help us out, and thank the Lord, shout out to them. They told us directions. Well, they told the driver directions. No, that was a trip. That was a trip. Giving us that with the whole place. I'm telling you, St. Louis was dark and it getting later and later. No man, that drive, the place was so dark. It dark, it dark, it dark. We could not even see each other. You see the trio we huddle up in the back. I try look, and I try to be like, we're just like, please let us live, please let us live. Our parents did not send us to St. Elizabeth. We got dead off in the darkness. No, man. We could not see anybody. Him driving, and the place was so dark. We could not see each other. We just could have huddled up beside each other now. We just in the car, huddle up the trio. We sit back in the car. We're just like so scared. I am not even going to lie. We were so afraid. It was not funny. And he's getting direction from our classmates on the phone, and then there was no other car in sight. And then every time you see our next car, you don't know whether to be happy or to be sad, because you don't know if you're happy for say you see our next car, you know. But then you don't know if this is a criminal, because who else wants to be out in this darkness? Like, what are you doing in this darkness? So every time we see a car, it's like, you don't know how to feel at the moment. But we got through, and finally we reached Jacksprout. And thank God for us calling ahead, because when we reached the kitchen they closed, but because we called ahead they had prepared our meal, so we ended up having a good time and celebrate my friend's birthday. She was so happy, because honestly, when we reached Churchill Beach, I could have seen it in her face. And you know, when you have your friends and you don't want them to feel bad, I kind of see it in their face that they're disappointed, especially you spend your time getting ready and everybody's so excited, and I couldn't let my friend go out like that. No, man, we had to celebrate her birthday. And so we went to Jacksprout, had a good time. And then we had to venture back out into the darkness now for head home. But thank God, thank you Lord, thank you Jesus, we made it home. Alright guys, that is the story. That story is very quick, man. I'm so happy and so proud of myself. I have a little short video for give you guys. Now that is the story about how I went to Jacksprout, how I had a creepy, scary night in St. Elizabeth, how I was thrusted into the darkness, and I could not see even my own hands. Right? Now, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Alright guys, peace.